Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage and say sing along.
All right, so welcome guys to another edition of Learning Azure DevOps. And we're going to go through something different today. We're going to take a look at Azure Repos. So what are Azure Repos? This is just really a place to store your code, to version control your code, to make sure that the changes that you make, you can separate them so you know which changes apply where, okay? So real easy. So we're going to get started. We're going to jump right in. And first of all, you're going to notice that we have a project here. And to get to this page, you're going to go to Azure. Once you create your account, you're going to then try to create a project. And once you create that project, it's going to take you to um, the actual project. When you create it, you're going to go to the next screen. So you're going to see where I am. I have a Python project here. And then if you notice, it's going to show you now all the options. You'll see your boards, pipelines, test plans, etc. But what we want is the repos. So we're going to go ahead and click on repo. And on the repo, it will show you here where your code is that you actually had created. Okay. So in this case, we're going to make a small change to our text. This is a basic Python file here that just shows it's a Flask application, and it just shows uh, the inventory, store inventory, and we're going to make a change to that. So let's go ahead and click edit up here, and then I'm going to change it to say it's my store inventory. Okay, so real basic, and we're going to go ahead and commit that. Now, when we make a commit, we have to tell what that was. So I'm going to say updated my text. It's as simple as that, right? And branch name just means that this was on the main selection. In other words, you can have multiple selections. So let's say there's another one that is appropriate for a different department to work on. Then you can name it that to say that that department is working on, let's say, a different store in a different area, and therefore it's a different branch. Okay. So after you update this text, you're going to go ahead and you're going to click, uh, you're going to go ahead and you're going to click commit. Okay. So now that we've committed it, if you notice, you'll see something saying create a pull request. Now, a pull request is when you have multiple developers working, or it can be yourself only, but usually it's for multiple developers working, and you create the pull request in order to say, hey, I have some changes and I want the changes to fit in with the main changes. In other words, then this is where everybody is working, right? And Azure Repos make sure that that's treated with some care. So it basically makes sure that how it is that that code aligns with what's already there does not interrupt what's already present, right? Something that they call conflicts. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at that. So we're going to create a pull request. And when we create this pull request, it's going to ask us to select a branch that we want to merge it into. Okay. And we want to merge it into main. In this case, because we already have main, it's going to merge it into main. But really what should happen is that we would have had a new branch, and it would merge that into the new branch, right? And of course, we'll go through this in our paid community. You'll see the link in the subscription below. By the way, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, so that we can give you some good updates. Okay, so and we'll go through in this in more detail in the paid channel. Okay. Now, okay, so what's next? So once it is that you go ahead and create this pull request, you're going to go back now. We're going to see if it is that we have the changes that we actually requested. And you can see here, it says it's my store company. Now, what we can do is we can go ahead and we can say, hey, I want to download this as a zip file. And we have the new version that we can then go and deploy. Okay. So real straightforward, real easy. In my community, I'll go through how do you then move this into you being using an automatic pipeline, or how you can then use it with another repo like Git repo, etc. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned and add yourself to the community so you can get more detailed info if you like and ask any questions there. All right, guys. Bye bye.